Wilder versus Fury 2. Who do you think would win that fight? Now, I know Wilder has this fight with Ortiz coming up. That is, I think, can go any fighter's direction. We saw the first fight. I mean, he got chin checked, and, Wilder showed he's got heart. He's got the heart of a champion. Be as critical of his form and technique and his style as much as you want, but he's shown he's got the heart of a champion. And, obviously, I know he has this fight with Ortiz, but I think we all want to see that rematch. Even if he loses to Ortiz, I want to see the rematch with Tyson Fury. I think that's an interesting rematch because usually I tend to favor the more skilled boxer. You think of past examples of Ali and Frazier. Ali, the more skilled fighter, winning the rematch against Frazier. You got Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. Don't get it twisted. Roberto Duran was a skilled, technical fighter, but I think Sugar Ray Leonard was a little bit more talented and technical. A little bit. And that's what helped them win the fight and in the rematch. And you got a recent example of Triple G and Canelo. I think Canelo's a little bit more skilled, and he pulled out the victory in the second fight. And then, or if you don't agree with that one, because I know how people feel about Triple G and Canelo, some people say Triple G won both fights. But maybe a better example would be Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. A lot of people thought Sergey Kovalev won the first fight. And then Andre Ward, the more skilled fighter, the technical and thinker, or should I say the more tactical fighter, convincingly won the second fight. And I tend to favor the boxer over the brawler. I don't want to simplify those fighters as brawlers, like Roberto Duran, Triple G, or Joe Frazier, right? But, just for the sake of the discussion, we'll label them that. But I think this fight is a little bit different because when you have the skilled fighter, usually they tend to be the more talented fighter as well. And, or you look at some of the Mayweather rematches. Go look at his record and some of the rematches he had and how he may have struggled with the guy the first fight, and then the second fight he just convincingly wins. I would say this would be the case with Fury versus Wilder, but I don't know if Fury's going to pull this off. I don't know if he's going to convincingly win. I don't know if he's going to be able to, not to say he hasn't figured Deontay Wilder out, but I don't know if he has enough talent. And I think this is very unique circumstances because I think that Deontay Wilder is the more talented fighter. And he has stupid power. And then on top of that, he's physically gifted. And what makes it go over the top is the fact that Wilder carries his power through all 12 rounds. You saw it in the first fight. I mean, he fucking stole Fury's soul. Now, how he rose out of the ashes and, like a phoenix is beyond me. How Fury did that, that's just, I think there's something deep down in you that you got to have to be able to get up from something like that. So, but still, that's terrifying that he was able to carry his power like that. I mean, you go watch the replay, it looks like he was axing him, chopping his head off. And that's scary, man, when you can carry power for 12 rounds. And I don't know how Fury's gonna be able to walk that tightrope for 12 rounds. How is he gonna do that for 12 rounds? Explain that to me. Because I know a lot of people thought he won the first fight, and I'm not saying he didn't, but I was okay with the draw because, yeah, Fury may have won the rounds, but if I'm not mistaken, he got knocked down twice. How can you get knocked down twice and win a fight? that's hard, man. That's hard for me to just give it to you. I get it. You know, I felt like he even won that last round, possibly. But you know, it's hard to just give somebody a fight when you know they've been knocked down twice. But I think what's interesting for this rematch is I usually tend to favor the better boxer, which is Fury. But I don't know. I think there's a unique set of circumstances in this one to where he's gonna have to walk a tightrope for 12 rounds against a monster. You know, usually when you get a puncher like Deontay Wilder, you can usually get their, you know, take them to deep water and get, or at least nullify their power if you drag them to the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like usually you can kind of negate that, but this motherfucker carries his power to the 12th round. So how is Fury gonna skate through this for 12 rounds is beyond me. And on top of that, like I said, I just believe that, yeah, Wilder may not be as skilled and as technically sound as Fury, but he is more physically talented and he has the touch of death. So I kind of favor Wilder for this one. I do, and even I'm shocked to say that. But let me know what you think, who you think will win the rematch. It's definitely going to be, I hope it happens again. It's going to be interesting to see this fight with Ortiz and Wilder, but holla at me. Solo Dolo.